In the high-octane world of Porsche collecting, there are rare finds, and then there are unicorns. Today, we're diving into one of the rarest and most exclusive 911s you've probably never heard of, a 1997 Porsche 911 GT2 R based on the legendary 993 generation, and it's heading to auction with RM Sotheby's. But before you start fantasizing about hammering this beast around your local racetrack, there's one big catch. It needs a complete rebuild. Yes, this car is a project, but it's not just any project. This is the kind of restoration that only a true enthusiast with deep pockets and even deeper patience would take on. It's expected to fetch up to 700,000 euros, or roughly $784,000, even in its unfinished state. So what makes it so special? Let's start with the basics. This particular GT2 R was built for the 1997 racing season, a time when Porsche's air-cooled racing heritage was reaching its zenith. Based on the final air-cooled generation of the 911, the 993, this track weapon is the ultimate evolution of the breed. It was originally owned and raced by René Snel, a Dutch privateer racer. Unfortunately, the car was crashed in 1999, bringing its early racing life to a dramatic end. The car's story didn't stop there. It was then acquired by Klaus Abelen, a name familiar to many motorsport fans, and husband of the late, great Sabine Schmitz. Abelen had it repaired and brought back to the track, racing it at legendary circuits like Nürburgring, Monza, and Hockenheim. So, while it may not have the trophy shelf of a factory racer, its racing pedigree is undeniable. In 2014, it changed hands again and the next phase of its life began, another rebuild. But this time the process stalled. The car is currently in a half-finished state, awaiting someone bold enough to take the wheel, figuratively and literally, and bring it back to life. What condition is it in today? The cabin has been completely stripped out. It does come with a Recaro racing seat, some carpets, and a few interior pieces, but it's missing critical components like gauges and all windows. It's far from race-ready and clearly not street-legal. There's an engine mounted in the back, but its origins and specifications are unknown. That's a huge question mark, especially when we're talking about a car with this kind of performance pedigree. Is it the original GT2 engine? A replacement? A Franken-build? No one knows just yet. So what's the appeal? Why spend $750,000 on a project car that's half-finished and has an uncertain future? For starters, only a handful of these GT2 RS were ever made, and their market value is likely to climb as the 993 era becomes even more iconic in collector circles. For someone with the resources, connections, and knowledge, this could be an incredibly rewarding project. Imagine bringing this track-focused legend back to full health, every nut and bolt restored, every panel honed, every component tuned to perfection. The result? A Porsche that could outshine even the modern 911 GT2 RS in exclusivity and presence. This is not a car for the faint of heart. It's a labor of love, a deep dive into Porsche racing history, and a passion project that could yield one of the most unique GT2 builds in existence. So if you've ever dreamed of owning a piece of racing history, and you don't mind a little elbow grease, this might just be the deal of a lifetime.